Hi guys, you're back with another OV podcast. Today we've got a special guest, Geraldine Illustrations. Do you want to introduce yourself? Say a little bit.
You're right, guys! Hiya!
Lovely stuff. Breaking the ice straight away, matey.
Might as well.
So we're going to start off with a few this or that questions just to break the ice apart from that.
Yeah, apart from that. Apart from the jazz hands.
Then we'll go in a bit more giving us an answer to the questions, and then we'll talk all about you.
Oh, thank gosh.
Yeah, it's about time.
It's about time someone
yeah, exactly.
did.
So quick fire questions, this or that, like I say, starting off with hot or cold?
Like Katy Perry.
I meant more like temperature-wise.
Okay, wait, so what do you mean? How do we play this?
Would you prefer being hot or prefer being cold?
Oh, so we're doing this or that. Oh, yeah. Right. I reckon cold.
Okay.
Just because we're British, aren't we?
Yeah. So you prefer being cold because you're just British?
Yeah, put up with it most of the year.
Fair.
Anytime the sun comes out, we can't handle it.
Mm-hmm. We complain when it's overcast, we complain when it's 30 degrees.
Irish background, I'm just going to burn.
Oh, right,
I like
okay.
my fake tan, you know.
I see.
So.
Coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee.
Coffee.
I can't get up without it.
No, 100% I see that.
I do love a brew though, but it has to be a specific brew.
Is it Yorkshire tea? Are you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
It's Yorkshire Gold.
What?
We're in the elite section.
Don't think you're like above the people because you have gold.
I am above the people.
Right.
I love Yorkshire Gold.
So, princess. Shower or bath?
A bath.
A bath.
A bath.
Love it.
If you pronounce it any other way, it's wrong.
A bath.
A bath.
Okay. So whilst you're in your bath, do you listen to rap or do you listen to rock?
I don't listen to anything.
I know you don't have to. Okay. Just for imagine this or that, mate.
I'm so dyslexic. I take everything literally. Like whenever someone says something, I'm like, why am I in the bath?
So rap or rock?
Okay, rap, definitely.
Love it. Oil or watercolour? So as in painting.
Oh, watercolour.
Okay.
Oil's too difficult to paint with.
Why is that?
Oh my gosh, the upkeep is like, if you're doing it on a canvas, you have to make sure that you prep the canvas properly. You have to do it for like, you're also, the ink doesn't dry properly, so, and you have to use like white spirit to get it off, and if you get it on your clothes, it will
Sounds like
wreck
more of
your
a
clothes.
science experiment than just painting.
It's horrible.
Fair. Go with the watercolour.
Yeah,
I like
definitely.
It, yeah. Hand-drawn or digital? I know digital can be hand-drawn, but you know what I mean, like...
Oh, I don't know. That's cheeky.
You gotta pick one.
I would say hand-drawn now. If you'd have asked me like 3 years ago, digital, because it was what we were moving into, but I think there's something so special about hand-drawn.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
In a few questions time.
You're like, please hold your breath.
yeah, get to that, mate. So they were this or that questions. You eventually got that.
Yeah.
And these are you're giving answers to.
Okay.
So starting off nice and easy, what's your favourite colour?
Oh, purple.
Purple,
Yeah.
solid colour. Are we talking more like a lilac or like a purple rain?
No, a deep, rich,
like
dark.
Prince kind of thing?
Yeah.
I
would say, but it came from, I was a massive Justin Bieber fan, and he always wore purple.
And that's the end of the podcast. There we go, guys. we represent music
I just
on this.
fell in love with it. I was like, oh my God, he loves purple, I love purple. But it was all a marketing scheme.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's, honestly, I think that's where my infatuation started with purple.
JB.
Yeah, J Biebs.
J Peeps.
Can't help it.
If your answer to this is one of his, I'm going to be so annoyed. What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh no, Dolly Parton.
No, okay,
hands
sweet.
down. It's got to be Dolly P.
What, 9 to 5?
No, Jolene. And instead of Jolene, I sing Geraldine. So
Just the...
I sing Geraldine.
Have you got your phone on you?
Yeah?
What's the last song you listened to?
Oh, let me check. Oh, imagine if it's not a good one.
If it's Geraldine.
No, actually, it's a great one. It's Kalani, and it's Get Away. So it's from one of her first albums
We'll
called
put her album artwork here, Jamie.
Cloud 19, baby.
Very good.
It's so good, but her newest stuff is like the best. I love it.
Okay, nice. Few more of these answer questions. So, favourite snack?
Oh.
Solid question, isn't it? Someone asked me this today and I was like...
You're going to have to give me 5 working days with that.
Yeah, no, we can edit it, don't we?
Yeah. You just got my voice in the background. Monster Munch.
Is that what you were going for?
No,
Monster
no,
Munch?
no.
That's a bad choice.
No, you can't eat Monster Munch throughout all periods of the day, because if you're at lunch and work, you don't want people smelling that breath.
I went with, and it can be a meal, but I'd say it's more of a snack, is cheese on toast.
Yeah, but that's a good snack.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a cheese on toast.
It's solid. It took me a good 20 minutes to come up with that, but...
Oh, do you know what? I've been having skinny girl snacks recently, which is like, you can't be bothered to cook dinner, so you just have a little skinny girl snack. It's like
I'm
girl
so
dinner.
glad you explained that to me.
Girl dinner, basically.
Right, okay.
Do you know about girl dinner?
Is this like girl maths?
No. It is meme culture.
Right, okay.
But it's like, girl dinner is like an Aperol spritz and a ciggy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, it's very Charlie XCX brat.
Yeah, I get that.
Kind of
yeah,
vibe.
my girlfriend's been sending it to her mates because she's just recently become a new mum, and it was like sending her like exactly that. It was like, this is a girl's diet and then a mum's diet.
Yeah,
like that.
that's girl dinner. When you're having
that.
girl dinner, my favourite snack, it would be classed as a snack, is getting a pot of hummus,
right,
tipping a whole load of Nando's peri-peri sauce on top of it,
okay,
and then just dipping pita in it,
damn,
and yamming it.
Why has Nando's not done that? They do hummus.
They do that. They have their own, but it's like an at-home version.
Yeah.
And I'll eat a whole tub of that. I'll eat like the jalapeno hummus. Have you ever had it?
No.
It's like a bloody litre worth of hummus, and it's just jalapeno flavour.
I like how we're talking about hummus, because I love caramelised onion hummus.
Oh,
banging.
All of the hummuses.
All the hummus.
They deserve to be put on the map.
They do.
I think.
One
red
quick.
Pepper.
Red pepper's okay, but if you can have caramelised onion.
Don't come for the red. I love the red pepper.
Fair, okay, I'll allow it. Last quick question is, what do you put on your toast?
Just butter.
Just butter. Straight up. I'm just saying just straight up butter. Don't need to be fancy, guys. Put your jam away.
I do like a bit of jam, but only around my nan's house.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't go anywhere else.
Why? Is it like homemade jam or?
She has 8 cups of tea by 8:30 and just yams like a whole loaf of bread.
That is the life.
With butter and jam. Yeah.
Happy days, man. Happy days. Right, so that's the this or that questions, the quick fire questions. We're just going a bit more in-depth questions. Nothing about like deep stock secrets or anything like that.
Yeah.
So obviously we introduced you probably the second time as Geraldine, the illustrator. So before we touch on these topics, what do you do as an illustrator?
Just piss about, mate.
Love that.
To see where life takes me.
So if you was going to describe your
imagine
artwork,
if that was on my LinkedIn, pissing
just
about.
Piss about, mate.
Well, to people who I meet in this industry, like the music industry, I would say I am a freelance illustrator. Mm-hmm. I've been doing that since like 2018.
Right.
And I've been getting like commissions since 2018. So that's when I classed it as being a freelance illustrator. Yeah. As soon as I got like 50 quid in my back pocket, I was like, oh, I can do something with this.
Yeah.
And then to corporate companies, I'm a digital designer. I can do graphic design and stuff like that. So I'm an all-round designer there.
Yeah.
But yeah, for anyone else who I'm introducing myself, like naturally, I just go to straight freelance illustrator. So
if you would say, if I was someone looking for an artist to do something, let's just art in general, how would you describe your art style to someone that's never seen your artwork before? Okay, well, I mean, the obvious one is just to tell people that I am a live illustrator. So what would you mean by a live illustrator? So there might be an event on, like right now, I've been kicking myself all weekend because the Olympics is on and I'm not there. Fair, there's events like that are huge, that have like sporting events or music industry events, or, I mean, we had Glastonbury a couple of months ago, and they're all events that I want to be a part of. So a live illustrator goes into these spaces, draws what is happening in front of them, and then makes a print or something that people can take away from the idea or the memory of what they've seen. Because when Jamie told me about like you coming along to it, I was like, how do you do that? How do you capture today with you drawing for us, how do you capture a 45-minute rehearsal thing in like one still image? Like
everyone always asks me that.
When you see it, you go, oh, that makes complete sense. You've captured almost the best moments of the whole thing in one. Yeah,
I get so many people reacting as well. Like I'll be in the middle of a nightclub sometimes, like at 3 a.m. and people will turn around drunk and they'll be like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And they'll usually they'll be like, how are you doing this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have to, I've been training to do this for ages because my tutor at university, I went to Edinburgh University, he basically told me that I could go into like club nights and draw because I want to draw people dancing. So I would go in, and when I was like, I think I was like 22 at the time.
Okay.
It really struggled to like get movement down properly.
Of course, yeah.
And like record it. So what I normally do is when I'm standing there in a nightclub, I'll like pick a couple or I'll pick someone who's there and I'll just like record what I see.
Okay.
Hopefully get it down. And then if the composition moves, it doesn't matter. I can still build it up.
I get that. That's fascinating. That fact that, like we mentioned in the studio, I can't think of another artist, that by all means people watching this might think of it, but I can't think of another artist that comes into such a motion space. There's so much moving around and you produce a still drawing. It's not even like there's a photo where there's motion, do you know what I mean, or anything like that. It's just,
there's no one in the UK that does it apart from this one guy.
Right. And
shout out to Chris, because he is an absolute beast. He's so good.
Right, okay.
I mean, I don't know if he'd like me calling him a beast, but he's just a legend. Nice. I've seen him. I said to my tutor, I said, no one's doing this. How am I supposed to make a career out of it? And he was like, don't worry, you can chinwag everyone's ear off, you'll be fine. But it is still hard to find and move yourself in and out of this industry if the job doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So, and then I went on TikTok and I've seen Chris Lloyd Art at all these like different, he was at a Taylor Swift concert like a couple of months ago. Okay. He's been at loads of like Paris Fashion Week, like these things, recording, like showing like famous people like Florence Pugh, his artwork.
Okay.
And it's like a viral video.
Yeah.
And that's how I discovered him.
Is he English based, did he say?
Yeah, he's in London at the moment. And I actually went to his exhibition where he displayed his work. He invited me.
Oh, mad.
But we know each other just online. But when I saw him doing it, I was literally like, oh my gosh, there is someone else out there who's doing exactly what I'm doing and he's making a success of it. So I know it's possible.
Yeah, that's got to fill you with a bit of hope, surely. Like,
oh my gosh,
I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing and someone else is doing it, doing the same thing. That's sick, that.
We've got different styles, but
of course,
I love his work. I think it's just eye-opening.
I love how you are humble to go like, oh, this guy's really fucking sick.
Yeah.
I want to do what he's doing in my own style and that kind of thing. It's really nice to see. So we know what you are and what kind of artist you are in a sense. You're a live event illustrator.
Yeah.
How did you get into art? Is it heavily influenced by parents, grandparents, or is it just kind of off your own back? You went, I'll pick up a pencil and see where it goes.
My mum's a lawyer.
Right, okay.
My dad's a builder.
So a nice and creative job.
Yeah. But they were the type of family that they don't care what I do as long as I work hard and I earn money.
Perfect.
So they literally said, you can do whatever you want from a very early age. Like I've had like a great upbringing.
Yeah.
And I remember like when I was 5, I drew portraits in school. Mm-hmm. Actually, I remember when I was in year 3, year 4, we used to have, did you ever have Golden Time?
Golden Time, yeah.
Yeah, on a Friday.
Madness,
lit.
yeah.
It was sick, wasn't it? I used to get loads of paper out. I used to sit people down at Golden Time. If we weren't allowed outside to play football, I used to sit down and I used to draw people's portraits.
Oh, okay.
And then I would sell it to them for 50p.
Oh, mate.
And by the end of the day, I had like
he was rolling
£5 racked up. Yeah. And I used to go home to my mum and dad and be like, yo, dinner's on me.
I've got the fish and chips tonight.
Boys got it.
Love that, man.
And the school rang them up and told me that I couldn't sell them anymore.
You're scamming
and I was like, why not? So I'm known from an early age that I can like do art and I love art.
And sell it.
Yeah, and I don't think I was going to do anything else.
Okay.
But some people aren't like brought up like that. Like they don't have those opportunities just to be themselves, or they also don't have like the feeling or the thought at like 12, oh, I'm really good at this one thing, so I'm just going to do that forever.
100%. I think unless you have a creative output when you're a child,
Yeah.
you kind of go into that thing of like, you need GCSEs, you need A-levels, you
Yeah.
need university degree, you'll find a partner, you'll buy a house, you'll have a child.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it goes, where is if
Boring.
you, yeah, tried that, fuck that. Is whereas if you're like yourself, knew you had this creative output or knew you had this skill, let's say, as a child, and went, oh, that's what I want to do, easy. That,
Yeah.
But also saying that
I feel like musicians feel like that as well. Like they can't do anything else but be creative in between all the moments throughout life.
Oh,
like
yeah,
if they're struggling, they'll have to do something with it and they'll have to say something.
So true. It's like when we record with the OV Lives, the amount of musicians that have a 9 to 5, and then this is not just their creative outlet, this is their like therapy session for them.
Yeah.
Like, because they can let everything out, they don't have to worry about issues at home, issues at work, it's just me and my guitar. And I was like, it's so nice to see that, because you can see, you'll have seen it today after the first take, people's just more relaxed, people are more in their environment, because I believe it's because they've been doing something they enjoy. Like they've got a music instrument in their hand and they're just fucking having a good time, they don't worry about this or that. Just
have you always wanted to do photography?
I like how you're turning these questions now. So, backstory, check out the other podcast.
Like, I don't know much about you either as a person. Like, I don't know if you grew up and thought, that's all I want to do, I want to do something creative as well.
So I've always been a creative child, like I've always had a camera in my hand, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Met Jamie at college, did photography at college, did it at uni.
Yeah.
Kind of chose like the whole like making money, do you know what I mean, instead of making success out of me.
Yeah.
And it was like doing sales and all that kind of shit, whereas now I've realised I want to be creative again, but I don't want the money, I want the success, and then the money comes afterwards. That's what I kind of realised. I kind of just want to do something
But if
that
you're
I enjoy.
successful, money should follow.
Yeah, exactly.
It should be a knock-on effect.
Yeah, like if you're chasing money, like this is what me and Jamie said this in the last podcast me and him did, is I realised in previous, like when I used to live up in Newcastle, that I was chasing the money and the money would go.
Yeah.
Like, I know I can make money. It's more I've never made success. Let's make success and see if the money comes.
I also find from seeing you and Jamie, or at least just knowing Jamie, that I've only really understood this in the past couple of years because I've gained money from what I'm doing, that if you don't put your money back into your creative, it won't progress or it won't lift off.
Yeah, 100%.
So like if you're not, I mean, and that's with any business.
Yeah.
Like anyone who's starting a business will tell you that, but I feel like if you don't have the right pencils or you don't have the right setup to like film yourself and put yourself online,
100%,
then you'll never succeed.
I always say that you should dress for, just sneaking in there, Jamie, I see.
What? Yeah.
Like dress for the job you want. Like believe that, not necessarily wear a uniform and all that kind of stuff, but be humble to where you are.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go up to the Banksys of the world and tell them how to paint, but you're confident within your ability. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question though. You didn't ask a question, but like, what would you say to Banksy if you met him?
Okay, cool. What would you say to Banksy if you met him? Or her? Or them? They?
I'd be like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to be like, I wonder if you've got an accent. Go on, speak. How are you, Liverpudlian? Because he's definitely British, isn't he?
I'd say so. I reckon.
Imagine if he was Essex.
Oh, he can't have
right,
any
darling.
strong accent of any sort. He needs like Queen's English at the most, I reckon.
Do you think? Do you think he's posh?
Well spoken. Because I reckon he's from Brighton, just because some of the earlier stuff from Banksy was in Brighton. I think it was. Like the coppers kissing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I reckon it's.
You think it's Brighton?
Yeah, by all means, conspiracy theories.
Imagine if it's you. This entire
Never
time.
been seen in the same room, just saying.
Recluse.
Just me and Jamie, that's all it is. We just go around tagging shit. So obviously we've touched on Illustrator, what you do.
Yeah.
Where it comes as a bit of inspiration.
Yeah.
Hustling kids apparently.
Since I was like 12.
Yeah. So obviously you do live event illustration. Is there anything else that you do apart from live event? Do you do, like you touched on, you do corporate stuff as well? Like, is it, what else kind of stuff do you do apart from the live event?
I do, so, I mean, to be honest, it started when, in 2018, when I started doing this stuff, I realised that in order to gain commissions, I had to make posters. So I started off doing posters for events.
Okay.
Then I moved on to actually gaining a clientele. So I do like I have loads of clients that I work with. Currently, right now, I'm doing a rebrand for an SEN tutoring company.
Okay, nice.
In my hometown.
Okay.
So we're rebranding that, and she's called Yellow Brick Education.
Check her out.
Yeah, so she's very good. But and then from those clientels, I've been able to actually partner with. I mean, it started at uni. I met this guy called Liam.
Okay.
And we ended up leaving uni, and I mean, we weren't that close. He was like in a neighbouring uni to me, but he moved back home during COVID, so did I. And then he hit me up randomly and was like, I'm going to start a hot sauce company, and I need like hot sauce labels being made. And I was like, Jamie, we've just gone into a pandemic. Like, we don't have any money. Like, how are you gonna start up a business if you've got like not a lot to put into it? And he was like, oh, it's just a bit of fun. It'll be good. Do you want to do the labels? And I was like, yeah, of course. So we actually partnered up, and I became like his designer almost.
Oh, okay.
For
so
these.
Not just labels, you do everything that they're doing.
I do
now.
everything.
Fucking
Like
sick,
but we work alongside each other, a bit like you and Jamie would. But he's still in Edinburgh now. He's moved back to Edinburgh, and he lives there, and he makes the sauces. He's kind of like the packaging. He's the guy that cooks it.
So it's all in house and everything like that. That's sick.
It's all in house. He cooks it in a kitchen, not his home kitchen, like an actual
industrial kitchen.
Industrial kitchen. And then I'll make like labels, and I'll do the marketing, and we'll post on social media loads.
Do you want to plug the hot sauce?
Yes, it's called Harriet Hot. It's absolutely banging.
Can you find?
Honestly, the best thing about it is that Liam's sauces, the ingredients are just like anything you've never tried anything like it.
Okay.
Like, he uses ingredients that are local to either Scotland or the UK.
Okay.
And he'll use ingredients that aren't being normally used, or they're not being used enough.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's to get like kind of representation for the ingredients that are being forgot about.
Yeah.
Almost. I get you.
Also, just kind of like environmentally friendly. He's vegan, so he wanted to do like vegan hot sauce.
Oh, nice.
And so one of them is like a seaweed Louisiana hot sauce.
Can I go to Tesco and buy this?
No, I wish you could.
Where
There's
can I get it?
many hot sauce companies across the UK, and to be honest, if you're going to go Tesco's, you're only going to get Tingly Ted's, because that's Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. I was about to say, I best go.
Not to plug him.
Fucking
Yeah, literally. But there's so many. Like, since we started this, we've met so many people all across the UK, from Manchester, Leeds, Edinburgh. There's so many guys doing it, and they're just the sauces are insane.
I can imagine.
We trade them at trade shows and stuff like that. Like, it's great.
That'd be a good collaboration. That is like all the sauce makers of England coming together to make the one sauce.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they do.
Maybe.
So
I don't know what it would be. It might just taste like vomit, though.
It'd probably be HP brown sauce, wouldn't it? That'd be the English sauce. That's so shit.
Yeah, true.
But here's some brown sauce.
But like, all of the hot sauce people would be like, can we add a Scotch bonnet?
yeah. Chuck a jalapeno in there or something.
If you want some, I'll give you and Jamie some.
So I would love to, and I respect the vegan thing as well, because I'm vegan myself, but I've got a thing called Crohn's disease, so anything spicy.
So you can't eat it?
But I love spice as well. I love Indian food and shit like that, but I can't go near it. I can't even go into, like, say if there was cooking in here and there's spices, like peppers and stuff like that. It would just be a reaction in my face and reaction in my stomach, and I won't feel well.
Oh, gosh.
It is crazy, but I love spicy food at the same time saying that. But I just stay away from it.
Do you have to not eat it at all? You can't even like...
So when I got diagnosed at 16, I was advised to stay away from it. So I kind of was like, why risk it? If it was going to give me an inflammation, I'm like having...
But there's people who are lactose intolerant that will be like, yeah, I'm about to shit my pants, but give me that milk.
I just choose not to shit my pants.
Fair enough.
I'd
You're
rather
sensible.
not do that. Yeah. I'm not gonna
lactose people do not care. They're like, see that lump of cheese, get it down my gullet.
I'd rather not like that. I don't understand. It's like, if I know something's going to harm me, but I really like it, I'm still not going to harm myself.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I also, in the same sense, as like, if I was lactose intolerant and someone went, you can't have cheesy pizza, I'd be like, fucking watch me.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from with that. So you touched on like...
I'm having to go without pizza, sorry.
I know, but so I do, mate, so I can't have tomato.
What?
Yeah. So tomato reacts. I love how it's now a podcast about myself. But yeah, tomato has a reaction.
No, every podcast you should just tell people this because they're literally going to be in shock.
Yeah, but it's just the same podcast over and over again to the viewers. He goes with the Crohn's again, fucking hell. Oh, I bet you can't have tomatoes. Yeah.
Wait, what else can't you have?
Oh, loads of stuff. Like, so I'm vegan because of my Crohn's. I can't have any dairy, any spice or anything like that. Like, I do eat still.
Oh my gosh.
It's not just like fucking vegan jokes.
You
with
are
the grass
having gal
outside.
dinner a lot.
Damn right. But yeah,
That's why you love hummus.
That's why I love hummus, mate.
Right, okay.
Hummus and pita bread all day,
I
every
love
day.
hummus.
How long have we got left of this? We've got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So,
are you going to try and like...
one quick question.
Get through it.
And then you're going to plug all your Instagrams afterwards.
Okay.
So where are you? It's the 10th of September? August, yeah.
Yeah.
10th of August, 2024. Where will you be in 10th of August, 2029, in 5 years' time?
Hopefully, I mean, the one thing that I promised myself when I came out of uni is that I want to work for RedBull. Like, I want to be at RedBull. I even told my tutor, I was like, I think they're one of the best companies, like...
Yeah, they're ridiculous. So you go down.
The events they host and the mindset that they have created people to think that they can achieve the impossible, like, that's... It fuels these events that just like, I mean, someone jumped off of the Stratosphere, like the top of the world for RedBull.
Why
like,
the fuck not?
It's insane. So like to be able to, I don't know if I'll get it in 5 years, but like to be able to get the opportunities where I'm getting sent to random places in the world to like record live and like make a drawing or something out of it, that would be the dream.
Change your language, mate. Don't say, I don't know if it can. In 5 years, I'll be doing this.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I did say that. I said, when I left uni, I said, I want my work on a billboard, and I got it in a year.
There we go, mate.
Manifestation.
We have 30 seconds left, so if you guys can go on to, what Instagram?
At Gertie Soybean on literally everything. I know, it's an alias, but to be honest, you know my name's Geraldine now, so it doesn't matter.
And that's where you'll see Geraldine working with her, well, for her dreams. She actually is working for RedBull. That's how we all know each other from Jamie.
Yeah. So I'm getting the opportunities slowly but surely. I'm gonna get those jobs.
So thank you for having this quick podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for coming down and illustrating for us today, mate. Cheers.
Cheers. Oi, oi.
There you go. That was beautiful, that is, man.